Today's video is basically for anyone that snow checked an 850 or is looking to buy like a used, pre-owned 850 and they want to know what to expect. What I'm going to be talking about today is basically my experience with the Polaris Patriot 850 motor, what I liked, what I didn't, and comparing it to other sleds that I've owned and ridden. Quick announcement before we get into the video, I will be at the Milwaukee Snow Show this Saturday, October 18th. If you guys see me there, don't be afraid to come up to me and say what's up. Like if you guys want to meet up or say what's up, DM me, Snapchat me, hit me up on social media, whatever. But I'll put all the information right here. So yeah, in the video. Alright, so here's a list of the prior sleds I've owned and ridden to compare to this, so you guys know I'm not bullshitting you and it's not just all my daddy's money. I had a 2007 RMK 600/155, I had a 2009 RMK 700/155, 2013 Pro RMK 800/155, 2014 Pro RMK 800/155, and that now leads us here to my 2019 Pro RMK 850/155. Everybody's experience with this motor and these sleds is going to vary from rider, the skill, to your motor. Like some people have issues, some people don't. So obviously take this with a grain of salt, but this is my experience. So right off the bat, I noticed with this sled that compared to my 800 Pros I had previously, there's not as much ski lift as the older generations. I don't know if it's the motor or the platform, but there's definitely not as much ski lift. If you're looking for a sled to lift the skis and do wheelies, this isn't it, but like honestly the Pros and the RMKs were never meant to do that anyway. The RMKs and the Pro RMKs are not meant to trench and pick up the skis. They're more of a precision technical riding, not like ripping wheelies and everything. So honestly, I didn't expect this to pick up the skis, but the first thing I noticed was it does not pick them up nearly as well as my old 800 did. So that's just my first thing I noted. So right off the bat, I noticed the mid-range on the 850 compared to the 800 is incredibly more. Like, it's insane how much more mid-range pull these 850s have over the 800s. It's immediately noticeable. You punch the throttle, it's there and it takes off extremely quick. It's snappy throttle response. I loved it. I realized that right away. It's amazing. It really is. And you know, everyone's been saying that about these 850s. And once I experienced it firsthand, I was like, wow, this is true. The mid-range is incredible on these sleds. So another thing that I love about this sled, and which I think was a great touch, was the React front suspension. You could change from 36 to 38 inch ski stance, and it makes carving, side hilling, getting the sled over effortless. Even compared to like the 13, 14 Pros I had, this is with the React front suspension is just absolutely effortless. I even rode a 2016 800 Pro, and even that compared to this, like, doesn't stand a chance. This sled with the React is incredible. If you ordered an 850 and you have the React front suspension, you're sure to fall in love with that. I experienced this. Some people may, some people may not. With this newer generation 850 that they put out with the revisions, hopefully none of you guys experienced this, but unfortunately I did. It's the bog. I am still working with the bog, still have it. I don't know what else to say. Expect it to bog. I haven't ridden this revised 850, so I'm not too sure what it's about, if it bogs, if it doesn't. I haven't heard too much about it. But in my situation, I have the bog. It's anytime you pin it wide open from a dead stop, it'll bog out. Even in like mid-range, if you put it to the bar, it'll bog out. I don't know why. I had a reflash done. It helped a little bit, but it didn't like fix the issue. But like now I know people with, like my dad who has the SKS 146 850, zero bog, zero issues. My other friend has the exact same sled I have, just different color, zero issues with the bog, nothing, it runs perfect. It seems like out of everyone I know that got 850s, I'm the only one to have a bog. So it's gonna be really hit or miss with that, but I definitely say expect your sled to bog. Expect the worst, hope for the best, whatever, you know that saying, how it goes. Hopefully none of you guys had that issue with the new 850s if you snow checked. But yeah, we're working through this one. Hopefully, they said they're coming out with another reflash soon, so hopefully I'll get this second reflash done, and maybe that'll clear everything up. If not, I don't know. You get an 850, expect a lot of people to come up to you and ask you what you think of the sled and how you like it, because that happened to me. I didn't realize like how many people were actually like into this and like wanted to know about it, but like pulled up to a hotel, sled in the bed of the truck, whatever, dude across the cabin, he's like, oh, what sled is that, 850? And he came over and talked to me. Like, I've gotten a lot of attention because of this sled. Just like out riding, people ask me about it, and also on YouTube, obviously, like I wouldn't have all the subscribers I have if I didn't have this sled, and I guarantee that. So you're gonna get a lot of attention with this sled. Just be expected to ask what you think of it. People will talk to you about it. Another thing I haven't experienced, but I know people that have, and I've heard stories about it, is falling plugs. Make sure you guys bring a spare set of plugs with your 850, because I've heard they're known to fall some plugs, which makes it hard to start. So make sure you always got a spare set of plugs with you, and you know how to change them just in case. It also brings me to the hard to start. I have not had that issue with my sled, and neither of my friends with 850s, but I have heard that sometimes they'll flood themselves and they're extremely hard to start. So there's a bunch of videos on YouTube you can look up on how to start a Polaris 850. It gives you step by step on how to start a flooded one. So just make sure you guys know what you're doing, make sure you have that video saved or whatever, just in case you run into the issue where you're backcountry or trail side and you can't get your sled to start. Make sure you know how to start it if it floods. Overall, if you guys purchase an 850 this season, expect to fall in love with it. You guys will love it. You'll love the mid-range. You'll love the feel, the throttle response, how snappy it is. Expect to fall in love with it. Like obviously with my experience, I love the sled, I love the motor. Obviously I have a few little issues with it, but hopefully we'll get those worked out this year. But overall, it's been an incredible machine. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to get back out on it. It's finally home in the garage. It's been sitting in the trailer for all summer. So it feels good to finally have it home in the garage and make some videos of it. Like, obviously we can't go ride right now, but like we can sit here and talk about it and make videos on it, which is basically all I need to do right now. If you guys bought an 850 or planning on buying one this fall, comment down below which one you're getting. I want to know what you guys are getting and what you guys are riding. I love hearing about the sleds you guys ride, so for sure comment that down below. Alright, that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Let's get to 8,000 subscribers. We're about 60 something away, so I think we could do it. Let's do 8K, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
Riding with the top down, yeah. I'm with my shorty, she gon' drop down, yeah. I'm on a high, I'm feeling way up, yeah. I'm in that new fit looking laced up.